What's up YouTube? Capital G here, Fluffle, Frightfur, and Fusion players alike. This is a day to rejoice. We have finally got the cards that we have been waiting for such a long time. What you guys are looking at is not a joke, it's not a prank. What it is 100% confirmed. Frightfur Patchwork to the TCG. It has finally arrived. It actually reminds me of that really old Dragon Ball Super promo for Cartoon Network where they're like, "You've waited long enough. The time has arrived." I kind of feel like Konami is saying that about Frightfur Patchwork, and it definitely made sense to put it in this set. A lot of people predicted, hey, you know, this set is Soul Fusion. It's got Fusion in the name. There's a heavy emphasis on the Fusion mechanic in this set. If it's not going to come out in Soul Fusion, then fuck it. Like, Frightfur Patchwork is just never coming to the TCG, and I was one of the people who bought into that. I was like, look, if they don't put it in this set, then we might as well just forget about it. And I always felt bad when there'd be like a YCS or something, and they'd show like a Fluffle player who was maybe like 3-0, 4-0, and they'd end up playing on stream and losing. I'd always be like, man, what could that player have done if they had Frightfur Patchwork? Like, they probably end up winning these games, but it's good to see Frightfur basically made whole. A lot of people don't realize this because maybe you didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, but Fluffles came out in the new challengers. That's like 3 years ago. That was the second Arc V set, and even though we had no idea of Frightfur Patchwork at that point, we've been waiting for this card for over a year. I want to say like a year and a half. I want to say that this came out in like the Millennium Pack in like 2016 in the OCG, so it's a card that we've been waiting for a very long time. My only disappointment is the fact that it is only a rare. I feel like it, I mean, to be honest, on merit, it kind of deserves a secret rare, but I felt like a super rare would have been a little more appropriate. So let's go ahead and look at some of the other confirmed OCG imports, and you can see that one of the guys in Zodiac, Nick Chan, actually found all of these cards and just started snapping pictures. Good for him, and definitely good for us because we now know about some other more important cards to come as well. Another card that I had been anticipating for a long time, and I really wasn't sure when Konami was going to give us this card, is Predaplant Dragostapelia. And I always thought that Dragostapelia was an excellent card. In fact, I used to run it in my Lunar Lights back in the day when I would play on like Dueling Book and whatnot, because you know, it just requires a fusion plus a dark monster. So on Lunar Lights, that's like stupid easy to summon, and it actually has a little bit of negation built into it. It's very similar to like Effect Failure. It's a quick effect. You can put a predator counter on one of your opponent's monsters, and then you negate the effects of all monsters your opponent has that has predator counters on it. So that's pretty cool. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you can put this on links because the predator counter does like adjust the levels of the monster. I think that you should be able to put this on links, but I don't think there was ever a situation where I tried to use it on like an Xyz monster, so I'm not exactly sure how the rulings would work because, you know, Xyz monsters and links don't have levels. We also have Ostinato finally coming to the TCG. I've been talking about this card for a long time. This is probably the best card in the entire Melodious archetype. It's a one card fusion. Not just that, but you get the fusion monster and then you end up getting the other monsters back during the end phase. It's a way of getting your Aria lock on the field. Aria will become, you know, very difficult to kill, gives protection to all your Melodious monsters. I think Melodious still need, you know, like more powerful fusions if they're going to do anything, but for the Melodious fans out there, this is just really nice to see. And then for all you DDD fans, we have DDD Flame, or I'm gonna get this one. DDD Flame High King Genghis. This is the larger one because I think the original one is level 8, but this is basically the bigger one. I still think DDD need a link monster, but whenever I see DDD duels, people are always summoning this card, so it's really good. And you know, I guess I can say that when it comes to these cards, it's about damn time, man. We've been waiting for these fusion cards for a long time, and it looks like Konami is definitely giving an emphasis. So I'm not exactly sure what other like powerful and popular fusion cards that we're missing from the Arc V decks, but it looks like they are going to be in this set. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I forgot Predaplast. I don't think that this card is really all that important. I'm not really a fan of the Predaplant archetype. I love their boss monsters. Their boss monsters are ridiculous, but outside of Ortho Scorpio and Darling Cobra is like, yeah, you forget about that. But I just wanted to give you guys this information, especially if you're a Fluffle player. You are about to be made whole. Whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. If there are any other interesting reveals when it comes to TC or OCG imports, of course, I will make a video talking about that. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.